I don't do intros, and it's been a while, but how are you guys doing today? I'm doing alright today. Today I have for you guys a continuation of my Invasion Level Ranges Explained series. I was unaware that those videos were doing so well on my channel, so I want to thank everyone who enjoyed those videos and inspired me to come back and finally make the final part to those videos, which is level 200. Today we're going to be talking about rune level 200 and why the invasions there are the way they are and why you would even want to invade at level 200. I'm going to talk about all that stuff, but I have a couple things to talk about before we get into that. First of all, if you guys like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe to the video, man. Trying to get to 2K subs, so I think we can do it. And if you enjoy what you see, consider going down below and giving my Twitch a follow. I do stream there sometimes, and if you want to show me your Elden Ring builds and whatnot, go join the PVPBuilds Discord. Again, those links will be in the description of the video. The other announcement that I have to make is, well, I just have to say thank you to everyone who helped me get to where I am right now on YouTube. As of a couple of days ago, I am officially a YouTube partner. I was accepted into the YouTube partner program because I meet all the criterias and I finally applied. So again, thank you guys so much for that. It really is really special. So thank you guys so much. Anyone who helped me get to where I am, and there is over 1,000 of you. So again, thank you guys so much. And with that being said, the other announcement that I want to make is I decided to do this video with my Pumpkinhead Pyromancer character, who is sitting at 200. And the reason I decided to make this video with him, doing all the invasions with him, is because I think this will be the character that I go into the DLC with. So that's exciting. But anyway, couple things I want to talk about before we get into level 200 and why it's as popular as it is. I can't remember if I talked about level 168 or max level, so I guess I'll go ahead and do this now. The reason why people invade at 168 is, besides like level 20 and 30 and whatnot, it might be the most active level range in the entire game. Because you're hitting down to the 150s, so people who are like, doing meta invasions and whatnot, ganking at meta range. You hit those guys as well as you hit up to the 200. So you're right in the middle between 150 and 200, and that's why people invade at 168. It's also just a very fun level range that I find. Max level invasions. I know some people will get confused about max level invasions. The truth is, 300 and below, you're in level ranges, but once you hit 301 and everything past that, you can invade from 301 all the way up to max level. So 301, in my opinion, it's considered max level because it matches with anybody who's gone over 301. So that's kind of the explanation behind max level invasions. And no, you shouldn't do them. They are honestly just chaos. They're just chaos. There's no rhyme or reason to them, and people do really brutal ganks at that level. Anyway, let's 4 minutes into the video now. Let's talk about the actual level range we're here to talk about, which is level 200. So we're this far into the game's life cycle, and I've done lots of videos at level 200. But some people still get confused about this level range and why people intend to invade here. So I'm going to do my best to explain it here. There's a lot of people from past Souls games that probably won't go past 120 or 125, even 150. There's people who only play Elden Ring and are hard stuck at 150 because someone told them to stay there. The truth is, man, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, 200 is Elden Ring's version of 150. But not quite, because all the meta goblins are stuck at 150, right? They're stuck in their ways. They're old heads. They're not going to get out of it. And I'm going to explain that, but first I want to explain the origins of level 200 invasions. So the first content creator that I know of that started doing level 200 invasions was Scott Jund. Now the thing about Scott Jund is that he's a madman. and he did a bunch of like high level invasions when the game first came out. He didn't really have any rhyme or reason behind wanting to do those invasions at those high levels. He's done it like at every level range. He just did it because he enjoyed it. Um, and props to him. He was the first one to started invading around those super high level ranges, like 200. The second content creator that I know of, and for me, who kind of popularized level 200 invasions, was none other than PVPBuilds, who is what inspired me to do 200 invasions. Now his reasoning was a lot more sound than Scott's. Scott's was just guess I'll do it. Peeves was he he had a lot of good reasoning behind it. So when you invade at 200, right, you're more likely to hit people who are co-oping rather than ganking. And the reasoning behind that is when people end the game, they normally end the game around 150, 140, right? Sometimes even 160. But if you go up to 200, you're likely to find co-opers and NG Plus, New Game Plus that is, who could be like anywhere in the map. Like these guys right now, they're sitting at Moog and they're at 200, right? They're not 200 in Limgrave, they're not 200 in Liurnia. The only people you're gonna find like that are honestly gonna be your Grace Goblins, your Runart duelists, right? So that was Peeves kind of like these guys are level 200 in Melania, right? They could be in New Game or New Game Plus. We don't actually know, and that's like the beauty of it, right? My point is that I really enjoy invading co-opers over gankers. So that's why I enjoy 200. Peeve, however, he likes the best of both worlds. And it seems like whenever he streams anything, people just tend to gank him anyway. So, you know, the magic of 200 was probably lost with him. But for me, someone who's not well known as Peeve is, I still enjoy 200s because, well, you kind of run into this, and I kind of love it. So that's kind of the method to the madness when it comes to 200 invasions. The other method of the madness, and why I say that it's kind of like the 150 of EldenRing, is the stats in EldenRing, the hard caps and soft caps of the stats are much higher in EldenRing than they are in Dark Souls or Bloodborne. For instance, in Dark Souls, right, your hard cap can be 150. You can push it to one or not 150. Your hard cap can be like for your damage stats could be like 60 or 50, and you can push it to 60 and still get some value out of it. But anything past 60 for like strength or dex or faith or whatever, you don't really get much value out of it. But in Elden Ring, your stats, your damage stats, they scale all the way up to 80. Your health scales all the way up to 60. You can have a max FP bar at like 38 of mind. And of course, a good amount of endurance is good. And if you're at 200, you can have 60 vigor, you can have 80 of another stat, and you can have a good amount of endurance and still have a little bit of a damage stat. 200 is like, it gives you almost like the perfect amount of levels. And there might be some people who disagree with me, and that's fine. You can have your opinion. All I'm saying is 200 gets you exactly what you need to be able to maximize your efficiency in invasions. I like having 60 of vigor, 80 of another stat, and then, you know, like this stat for this stat what am I saying here? This stat spread, for example, I have 60 vigor, 38 mind, and you know, 80 faith, and just enough dex to where if I put on Radagon's icon, that is, I have max cast speed. It gives me everything I need, and I hit it comfortably at 200. But yeah, that's kind of my reasoning why I like 200. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I want to thank you all for clicking on and watching this video and you know, enjoying the level ranges explained videos. It really does shock me that you guys like it so much. But with that being said, guys, fare thee well. Peace out and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys later, man. Peace.